Hello students and welcome to this video for Word Chapter 2 Mid-Level Exercise Number 1. We're on page 262 of your textbook. So page 262 of your textbook. This is an exercise dealing with a balloon festival. As chair of the Mount Sedona Balloon Festival, you are responsible for promoting the upcoming event. You have begun a document providing details on the festival, and you plan to distribute the document both in print and online. First, you must format the document to make it more attractive and well designed. You will use styles, bullets, and line and paragraph spacing to coordinate various parts of the document. In addition, you will add interest by including objects such as pictures, text boxes, and word art. So step A says open up the file that you should have downloaded already, Word Chapter 2M1 Balloons, and save it as the same thing but with your name. So File, Save As, and then of course we're choosing Browse. Now you need to save it to the correct folder. Right now it's in downloads, so you need to choose where it's supposed to go and then change the name before you save it. Of course you're adding last name then first and then clicking save. We can see it's changed there. Now step B says change the document theme to slice. So document theme to slice. We would go to the design tab for that. You can see themes over here in the left, and then you need to look through it. Now for them, usually lists will be alphabetized. Sometimes they're out of order, so you can see for instance here this one's out of order. Slice is basically the third one down in the first column. So I click on slice to change that. Not really a visible change here, but you do see it over here in colors. Then it says select the first line in the document. So I click over here, Mount Sedona Hot Air Balloon Festival. I'll zoom in here too as well so you can see it a little bit better without me magnifying it. And then it says insert word art, so we're clicking the insert tab. We're choosing word art, which is over here in our text group. And then it says selecting fill, dark purple, accent 2, outline 2. So first row, third column. So this is our first row, and then count columns. So second column, third column right here. And you can see now it looks like that. So I'll click on it again just so you can, alright, it's this one right here. Okay, now change the font size of the word object to 20. So we do need to change the font size. So I'm going to do that. Oh, excuse me, I need to change one quick thing here. I have to select all of the text here. I accidentally just clicked on one. So font size back to 20. You may hear some digging and chewing in the background. That's my hamster. It says decide to wake up during this video. You may be waking up like this hamster right now as you're doing this video. Try to stay awake for the rest of it too. Okay, so we've changed the font size of the word object to this, and then it says step C, click for wrap text around the word art object as top and bottom. Now, there is the option to select it in format, but over here, wrap text. Otherwise, you can click on layout options right here, and then you can choose from here too. So it says top and bottom. That should be right here under square. Click that, and you can see it's moved the text down where it needs to be. Format the word art object with the shape, style, subtle effect, dark purple, accent 2. So it says shape styles, so we need to look at shape styles over here. And it's saying subtle effect. So subtle effect, dark purple, accent 2. So it says fourth row, third column. So I go down 4, so 1, 2, 3, 4, third column 2, 3. That's this one right here. Visually center the word art object on the first line of the document. So I'm going to click up here on the border, drag it over, and a green line should appear when it gets to the center, and I can let go, and you can see it's centered how it needs to be. Alright, step D, it says to select the second line in the document. So I'm going to select here, see the canyon from on high. You'll notice there's that little anchor point. It's saying the word art is connected to it, so that's why it shows it selected. It says center and bold the text, so we're going to center and bold it. You can see it's just going to change the text that I've selected, not the word art that was anchored. So centered and bold it, and then apply a font color of dark purple accent 2. So I click the font arrow. You'll notice because I have the correct theme selected, if you're not seeing the colors, it's because you didn't select the correct theme. So dark purple accent 2 right here. Step E, select the remaining text on page 1. So I can just click along the side here. I'll go down a little bit, not too fast. So I selected all the text here. And then it says, so beginning with May 26th through 27th and ending with on festival grounds. You can see I've done that. Format the selected text into 2 columns. So that's going to be on our layout tab. I'm choosing columns. I'm selecting 2. And you can see it's combined it here. Definitely saves space. And then insert a page break, not a section break, after the sentence ending on festival grounds. So I'm going to click right here after this sentence, and then I'm going to choose insert. Well, actually, we can do from the layout tab too, breaks and then page break. You could press Control Enter to do that. That would work as well. I'm going to activate the non-printing characters so you can see that. It doesn't say we have to, but it's helpful for when you're formatting. Now it should just be a page break. Oh, not a section break. Let me try this again. Oh, never mind. Undo. So apparently when I did the columns, it added that break in. But you can see our page break here for this. It should look like this. Okay. Next thing we're going to do here in step E, it says change the font of the column text on page 1 to Century School Book. So I'm going to select this text again here. Scroll down. Don't select the paragraph mark you want. Oh, you know, I meant to do it this way. Okay, well, let's try it. We'll see. Usually you don't want to select the paragraph mark because it'll mess it up. Okay, select the text, and we're choosing the font to, or switching it to Century School Book. There we go. Push enter. And voila, it's changed it for us. Alright, step F, check spelling and grammar. I can push F7 to do this. That's the hotkey. You'll notice I have to, you may not have this option, but I can click on this and choose spelling or grammar. I'm going to click 2 results, so it just shows it all. It says here, the word illumination is not misspelled for the purposes of this document, and also ignore from in the second paragraph on page 1. You can see here mine, it's saying things like there's an extra word, and then also it says from is not an error. So I'm going to choose to ignore that. Ignore that. And there we go, I'm all good to go. Alright, now we're on step G. I'm going to exile the spelling check here. Click on the 3rd line on page 1. So May 26th or the 27th, it says to click on the line, and it says right align it. So up here is my align tool, right align. So it looks like this, and then it says select all column text, including the line containing festival dates. So I'm going to select all the text, all the column text. I just want the, I guess it's going to, there we go. So I selected all of it here, and then it says select a line spacing of 1.5. So right up here, I click on the line and spacing 1.5, and then also it says we need to change paragraph spacing after to 6 points. So I click on the dialog box launcher. For spacing here, it says auto currently. I'm going to click the up arrow until it says 6, and then I'm going to click OK. There we go. And then it says insert a column break before the paragraph beginning with and don't forget the dogs. So right here it says I'm supposed to add the paragraph or column break before the paragraph. So I'm actually going to click right up here and put the break there. So I click insert tab. I have there's cover page, blank page, page break. I need a column break. So actually, let's click on our layout tab, choose from breaks, and we're going to choose here a column break right here. And there you go, there's our column break, and it moves it down to the next page. I'm going to get rid of this extra space so it comes right to the top. There we go. Then it says, click the insertion point, or click to place the insertion point before the paragraph as for the kids. So it looks like that's up here. So here we go. As for the kids, I'm clicking there. And it says, insert an online picture from Bing image search relating to hot air balloons. So I'm going to choose insert, online pictures. You're going to look up hot air balloons, type that in. So I typed in hot air balloons, push enter. Your Bing search might look a little different to you. Again, you're just using a picture that's related to it. So I'm going to select, I'm going to go with this one right here. It looks nice, the very first one. Choose the insert button. It's downloading our picture. And there we go, now it's in there. Okay, so now that we've got the picture in there, it says size the picture with a height of 1.5. So right now it's 3 inches. I'm going to type in 1.5, push enter. Hang on, let's undo that. It's not being very proportional. 1.5. And this will be about, there we go. And then we try this again, 1.5. So you might have to play around with it a little bit to get it to where it needs to be. Now this one says this photo by unknown. You can get rid of that text if it gives you text with the picture. It may not. So mine I have to resize a little bit here. Yours should hopefully be just fine. I'm going to adjust the width a little bit because you can see it changed it. Now it looks more to what it was before. I've changed the height to 1.5 or as close as I could get to it. If your picture is picky like that, I just want you to get as close as possible. So even here you can see it's still being a pain with it. So let's try 1.5. There we go, that's better. I'm going to get rid of this text box that they had with it. Okay, there's my picture. So 1.5 for the height. Then it says select square text wrapping. So up here, I click on layout options. Here's my square text wrapping. You can see it's wrapping around the picture. And then select a picture style of rotated white. So my picture selected, I click on the format tab, and then you have your picture styles here. I'm going to click on the more arrow, and it says rotated white. So I'm going to hover over it, and it'll tell me which one is each until I find it. So this is, I'm trying to see if there's one actually called rotated white. So you might have to move around through the list, see if you can find it. I have a feeling it's this one right here. Yep, right here. So it should look like this. Rotated white. Now it has our picture looking like that. And it says position the picture so that it's on the left side of the paragraph beginning as for the kids, but still in the right column. So again, it says position the picture so it's the left side of the paragraph beginning for as with the kids, but still in the right column. So you can see it moved a little bit, so I'm going to drag it down here. I'm also going to make it a little bit smaller just because of the width of my picture. It's kind of cutting it off. So I've changed the height a little bit just because it's already 1.5 here too. So you might have to adjust it depending on the picture you get. Okay, so we got 1.5 there. We've finished step H. Now we're on step I. Select the picture and recolor it to coordinate with the purple theme of the document. Choose an artistic effect of photocopy. So select the picture and recolor it. Over here we have adjust and color, and you can see I have my different options. So I'm going to choose this purple one right here. I have either dark purple or this one. I'm going to go with this one. It fits it more. So you just need to pick something that fits that part, and then choose an artistic effect. Right over here, artistic effect, and it says photocopy. So just hover over it. It'll tell you which one is which. This is marker. This is pencil grayscale. I'm going to try to find. You'll notice it's taking my computer a little bit of time to load, so it may take a little bit with yours to load. I'm just going to go through them to try to find the exact one. Some of these it's pretty obvious this is not a photocopy, so I'm trying to just go through. So as soon as you find it, you can move on to the next step. Sometimes this is it. You're just going and you hover on each one. It tells you, and that's how you slowly work your way to finding where it is. I may have skipped over photocopy actually. There we go. Sometimes you just have to search till the very last one. So photocopy is down here. It looks like this. So I've selected photocopy. Alright, step J, scroll to page 3. Now remember, the way you can tell which page you're on is in the bottom left. If you have it on your screen or even your insertion point there, it'll tell you the page number. So frequently asked questions. We're on page 3 here. It says select the heading, when is it the best time to see balloons? So I'm going to select that. So I click over here. When is it the best time to see balloons? Well, apparently we bold the selection. So you could hold Control B or click up here. Then it says change the font color to dark purple accent 2. So right here we used that earlier. I can just click the button. Do not deselect the heading. Open the style pane and create a new style named questions. I can click the more arrow and click create a style, or I could open the style pane. You've learned how to do that before, and we're typing questions as the text, and then it says apply the question style to other questions headings on page 3. So I'm going to push enter, creates my new style. You can see it's up here, and then any questions that are there I select and apply it. So where are balloons piled during the day? Can I purchase a hot air balloon ride during the festival? What can children do while visiting the festival? Is smoking permitted on festival grounds? Of course not. Can I bring a cooler with a beverage and food into the festival? It says yes you can, don't bring glass. And of course, what are my camping, RV, or lodging? And then how can I experience the best experience? So all these you're going to apply here. Any of the questions on page 3. So there's all the questions for page 3 that you can see. Then it says step K, scroll to page 4. So we're on page 4 now. Apply solid round bullets. So the first 9 paragraphs on the page. So got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that's my list of things here. And it says we're supposed to apply to it solid round bullet points. Up here I click on the bullet point arrow, choose solid round, choosing the right color so you can see that. And then it says decrease indent so the bullets begin at the left margin. So over here decreasing the indent in our paragraph group. Now you can see it's lined up how it should be. Notice that because I have non-printing characters displayed, there's this little arrow. That's not what you chose for your bullet point. It's just there because of the non-printing characters. You click to get rid of it and they're gone. So keep that in mind. Then it says click with the bulleted item selected. So I still have it selected. That's good. It says to click the bullets arrow and click new, define new bullet. And remember, you have to have this selected. If it's not selected, oh yeah, good, it's still selected. If it's not selected, the text, it's not going to go and apply these things to the one that you're creating. So define new bullet, it says click font. And for our font options, it says dark purple accent 2. We need to change the color to. So font color, it says no color, dark purple accent 2 right there. So you can see it selected. And then it says click OK. Click OK again. And it's added the purple color to it there with our new bullet point. Then it says step L. We're almost there, guys. Insert a page break, not a section break, before the heading. How can I plan for the best experience on page 3? So I'm going to scroll up here. How can I plan for the best experience on page 3? So I think apparently I skipped this question because I'm on page 3. Here we go. So click in front of it. It says to do a page break. Remember, page break is Control and Enter. I've added my page break there. Moved to the next page. All right, step M, our second to last step. Select the schedule of items under the heading Saturday. So down here, Saturday, 5/26, beginning with 6 a.m. and ending with balloon glow. 6 a.m. balloon glow. Set a left tab at 1 inch. Let's see, here's my left tab. And then it says press tab twice to move selected paragraphs to the left tab. So 1, 2. So I had to push it twice to get it there. Then it says select the schedule of items under Sunday. So I'm choosing 6 a.m. to this. And then it says set a 1 inch tab like we did earlier. And then it says tab twice. Push tab on your keyboard twice for the selected paragraphs. And there we go. It should look something like this. So I'm just going to scroll through this here slowly so you can look at it and compare yours to it. But this is the one file that you're going to need to submit. That's page 3 right there. This is page 2. And of course this is page 1 right here. So this is what it should look like when you finish with it. Remember, it's Word Chapter 2 and 1 is what your balloons is what you're submitting. Also, when you're submitting online, double check and make sure you're submitting it to the right homework assignment. A lot of students will accidentally submit it to the wrong homework assignment, and that shows up as missing even though you submitted it just to the wrong place. So make sure you do that. Good job following along with this exercise. Go ahead and submit that file the way you were instructed to, and have a good day.